Holy and Viag, who do you think picks aerowalk? Yeah, Gunyas has some skill. Well, this looks like it's kind of close, so I'm going to go to this game now. Full screen, we have Holy versus Viag. We don't know who picked this. Well, that's kind of an unfortunate spawn for Viag. He's got the... spawns on the yellow when the other guy is right there, so... Okay, what's Splash saying? Nightmare and ER in one semifinal, Zep Mystical in the other. Mystical is in this? I didn't pay attention. Oh, that's right, he is. He is. And to get to a semifinal, Mystical will have to defeat probably Holy along the way, and that could be a good game as well. So we will have to be on the lookout for this. And Holy did ping up a bit, so kudos to him. Not too many people do that. It's good manners to just go ahead and do it. And he's done it. Pretty cool. Okay, Viag won't just sit there and take it, so that's a nice rocket considering the ping. Especially close range, it seemed. Yeah, I didn't spot the thing because the bracket is so spread apart due to not having a full round of 32. And then also me looking at it in a essentially a 720p window on that other computer, so it doesn't fit. Okay, I joined a little late, but in the 2 minutes that I've been there, Viag has actually picked up a good amount of items. It's just that it seems like all these shots are connecting better. That's one more red for the Swede, who will walk out of this rather cleanly, even though, I mean, that was a nice lick of LG from Viag. Yeah, that was not as good. He straight in one direction and got melted as you would expect when you sort of do that. Even with a top-down fight situation like this, it is still going to cost vertical shafting being a little more challenging, especially at the limit of the pitch angles. And no yellow for Viag. He was trying to go for it again. I think he's been relying on the yellow for at least over a minute that I could tell. And he's not able to do that now anymore. Holy is just going to... Oh, okay. Actually denying the yellow. But Viag got the red for himself, so was that a worthy trade? Halfway through, 11 frags up. Oh, and Viag has Mega. I'm going to switch to him. You gotta wonder if letting Viag have the red armor while denying, like, Holy had the red armor on himself, and he hurt himself enough to pick up yellow to deny it to Viag, and then that lost his stack advantage. And Viag is now in control of the frag-in, although he's gonna be the yellow armor guy and Holy in control of the red, so it all evens out in the end. That LG is way off. Actually not too far. Holy left with only 40 health, so a couple more ticks of LG would have done it. Little clumsy rockets from Holy makes it work in the end. I mean, clumsy as in... where is he? Swiveling around close range. You sort of, oh, denied with a facial. At least they both know when the Mega's been picked up. And Viag will know it's going to take thumb damage to reset the timer. Actually, it's been reset just now. Viag not in possession of rockets, so he can't rain them down on Holy, forced to shaft down, and we just saw earlier that wasn't quite his strong suit. Yeah, he would have been able to finish that off. and will not be lucky enough to respawn on the red while it's available. That goes to Holy. And this has changed a lot in the past 2 minutes, where it looked like Viag wasn't too far behind on items. Now Holy has picked up all of the reds since then, except for that one that he let him have. Okay, trade. Who gets the better end of that deal? Holy, not well. That's all the backpacks. Nice. A little too eager to push. He made himself a pretty easy target with that air. I stayed away from the DM, so I watched some of it on QTV, but I didn't feel like staying all night hitting my media control key to start the DM2 track all the time. Okay, that's one more yellow for Viag. And what happened? That's unfortunate. Seems like I missed some of the better games yesterday, but I did see crap! I forgot who it was, but somebody clutched a win. In a semi-final, and that was a good game. But I'm not sure in which DM it was. It's also blurry. You know, these old maps look kind of always... Nah, they don't. Oh, screwing up the fall to the Mega. That's kind of nasty. He's in big trouble. Viag also has the yellow armor on top of this, and the red armor isn't... Yeah, just run away. You're not going to do the trick jump in front of someone with the rocket launcher. It's a shame that rocket came way too far. So that'll be a win for Holy. I need to see what's happening in the other games. So Vaughn hasn't gotten his other guy just yet. And he's playing with Dib, and Sierra and LK playing. Gonyet's Alice in the second map. Billy the Kid is alone. So yeah, it looks like this is pretty much the one in progress game apart from Alice Gonyet's. Okay, so yeah, I should have known that this would have been the pick from Viag. Holy picking DM4. Not a surprise, he's being warming up on this one all day. Well, not all day, but he's got a lot of warm up on it, and that's the map he plays the most. If you look at bad play servers anywhere, at any point in time in the last few days, this is what you will see. Holy on DM4. Even days. Now, Viag himself ain't too shabby at DM4 either, so he could be a nuisance. Ping gonna be a handicap, of course, but we know that Viag can shoot a grenade or two. Although he's... Okay, that's kind of cool for him. He managed to... it sounded like he was... It sounded like he was in the Mega Room and managed to cross. And this is FOV 110. I increased it. I haven't had any comments about the field of view in a long time. I did bump it up from 105, and that seemed to satisfy most people. Started playing myself with 115 to help with my rockets, and it certainly helped for that. But I'm not sure I'm going to go for a higher field of vision in that config. And the ratio is even, like it's not a squished thing like Kleiss or Lord Lane have. Now, back to the game at hand, Viag's sort of trapped in the shotgun box while Holy gets all of the good stuff. He wishes. Well, that's a red. Not enough rockets. He's got all the nails in the world, so he can walk around rather quietly. More cells would be nice to achieve that goal, but he's going to have to use them at some point. I mean, this is the M4, you use cells. That's all I do here. Pine coming out. The axe also is well coming out. No, that's not the one I wanted. want to show the radar. You want to show the axe. The Viag is not having a good time. I mean, that was probably getting under his skin a little bit before it even started, seeing, oh right, I'm playing Holy straight up first game. That's gone down well the rest of these games. Like, he's met him already this week and it hasn't been an easy game for him. And for Holy, it's just another day at the office. Another day at the office, I say, as I leisurely sip a little of my mug of herbal tea like I'm at the office or something. But if I bat my balls, Viag's trying to land some of those nades. You see that there? That's kind of a good angle. It worked against Oli in that one time. That pine in his face as well, pretty good. Now, what's Oli going to do? He's going to vertical shaft him, and Viag makes the best of it. Well done. Keep that up. Oli teleporting up, and Viag has to retreat to restack, which means he can't work that top position that he made for himself. And he's now himself in the position of the hunted again, because all he's able to do now is not get rocket in the face. Wow, impressive. Oli not doing what Viag was expecting. Ah, it's working out for Viag. That's a shit spawn for Oli, and this is how you escape Mega Health. You just swerve through a barrage of grenades. Try it. Just try it. There's a high likelihood of you just humping a grenade along the way. Okay, and Holy is starting to just mop the floor with the poor HPB. So, since the game is slowing down a bit, well, I mean, it's slowing down, the frags are still falling at pretty much the same rate. However, it's only in one direction now, as you can see. So we can discuss what Splash is saying. It is going to be cool to see what Viag, BD, and the other NA guys can do when the new anti-lag becomes standard. Yes. And, well, we've been trying with the other franchises to get Viag playing some test games with us on one of the Irish servers, and we had never managed because every time we're just enough to play as usual, and he's fine just playing with 90, so we couldn't get too many test games with him. But the other guys are very much in this. Like BD, you don't see him signing up for any of the Kombat Duel this week, for example, but he's always reporting stuff. Him and Rusty, I think. GNZ, I think. There's a handful of the NA guys reporting issues on this on the regular, and more of them playing with the NA guys. So it's getting some action. The thing is, you sort of have to get used to it. It's a bit of a different feel for some of the things. So. But people didn't get used to what we currently have in one day, even though it was sort of falls down people's throats without them knowing. And it's interesting that not too many people seem to notice. So it couldn't have been all that bad. And there's a story like this in Quake 3 Rocket Arena. So Rocket Arena was usually built by got the guy's name, American guy, his name Nick was CRT. He made Rocket Arena 2 and 3, and then he just stopped developing the thing. I think he also did Key Grip and Key Grip 2, which are recamming programs for Quake and Quake 2. So you would place cameras and like do replays, fancy machinima things with those demos. He enabled that. So when he stopped working on Area 3, a team of Swedish guys took over Area 3 development, and it was kind of stuck behind, not being patched anymore, so it was needed. And one of the things that they did was implement some form of what we call now anti-lag, backwards reconciliation. You shoot somewhere and the server looks back to say, did you have a hit then? Okay, yes, so you get the point. And people didn't notice. Like they put it in their thing in release on a server. I mean, on servers, people installed their stuff. And people didn't quite notice. And since the people were just saying, huh, I'm hitting a lot more shaft now, wow. And so to balance it out, the new Area 3 guys made the LG ticks a little weaker. They took it down from 8 to 7 damage, and since you didn't have damage numbers, you didn't know until you looked specifically for this at the health points, and some people noticed, and that just evened it out. But people won't notice. Here you sort of know what you're going for, so you sort of notice it. And no doubt is going to throw off some people. Some old schoolers, I expect, will be like, it feels like Quake 3 now to some extent. I don't like that. And, well, what you don't like in Quake 3 is mostly the gameplay, not so much the technical. Some of them will say yes. I wonder what the thread between the two things is. It essentially predicts more stuff on the planet, although the it's not just that's happening with the projectiles. You can shoot rockets pretty a lot better, and you don't get smashed around stupidly at just 50 ping. It's much less of a bother. So we'll see, and we'll see some of that pretty early. Pretty soon, I mean, in the QuakeCon event, because it appears like the servers will be running that, and people will be encouraged to use that plant. A bit of a QuakeCon at home thing, just like last summer, but with fairer chances for the HPBs involved. Now, that's a pretty big stomp from Holy. He will move on to play versus the winner of Mystical versus Molky Respa, so probably Mystical, but not just yet. Not just yet. Holy wins this hands down. I'm not spoiling anything here, I think. And Viag picked up a lot of armors, if you just look at this. It's just that... What? 11,000 to 3,000 damage? I mean, when you have 60 frags difference, that's sort of the thing that happens. So that game is over. I need to look at the bracket and see what's up next, because we will have to find another game. So Holy Viag, it's done. Gonietz is waiting for... Oh, Gonietz is going to be playing versus ER. Billy the Kid and Petska are playing. Billy the Kid is in here? What? I missed that part entirely. Okay, I need to find... What? Best of 5? Oh, it's best of 5. Is it? What did Alice say? Calling for sign-ups earlier? Best of 3 matches. Best of 3. It is best of 3. We have a wider pool, but it is best of 3 still. I can see how that would be confusing. Zepp and Von, not even a contest, 68 to 1. You may find that entertaining. But that's not how we roll here. Unless Alice meant to say best of 5 but copy-pasted best of 3 everywhere, it's best of 3. Viag showing some tricks. I don't see no tricks. And, I mean, the matches that are in are 2-0, so there is that. BTK Petska, where are these guys? Where are these guys? I don't see them on the server. I mean, we have Nightmare and Link. Jump on that. How far along are they? Oh, so this is Nightmare just having a good time with Link's Scorps. On DM4, DM6 is Nightmare's strong suit. It's like the national pastime in Portugal. Quake, it seems, is playing DM6. So I guess we could watch this one here while something else cooks up. And right off the bat, I'm regretting this decision. Gonyet I would like to see this, but they're not on the server, are they? I mean, Gonyet is spectating Annie and Dib. But as soon as it starts, let me know. I want to watch this too. I mean, it's the Polish Derby. So we are on the lookout for this game while I whip out the You Know the Tune. And of course it's kind of warm here. Has the server crashed? No, we have a soft lock. Except Nightmare has better things to do than just camp. He wants the red. And Link doing his thing of, I'm not in the lead, therefore I'm not going to... Well, he's waiting for Mega, is what's happening. And that's a fair thing to do, fair point. Good call, you would say? Should say. Oh, action. Wait, stop. Mega is here. Link has had all of the Megas. And I wonder what he's going to do next. Maybe wait for it again. Yep. Let's take a peek though. But, well, it's not too wide a peek, so it's not like he risks getting a spam rocket. You tend to shoot these through in the middle. Nightmare's push. What the hell? Link gets the frag out of this? Well done. Let's see what Nightmare does, because this red is going to go to... Oh, that was close. So it seems like we have a typical situation of guy in control has red and guy out of control has Mega. And the other stuff. And this is where I should enable multi-view again. You can join a Discord here. Thank you, Nightbot. I think the people in the chat are in here already, but Nightbot doesn't know that. Nightbot is a bot. Bing. And that's where Link is. He got his Mega. Gonna bait Knight through the telly. Does that work, though? It kind of works. That final rocket a little too late. Oh, makes it work. Well done. And he's got a red. A free red even. Knight will not be lucky enough to respawn right there. He does get a consolation prize of a whopping entire green armor. Wow. Oh, man. Well, let's link back up to 4-4. And now the Mega is up, and can... No, we just had to pick up from Nightmare. Seemed like Link was considering overextending into Red and Mega, which of course is ideal. Although you don't need it absolutely per se if you have the red all the time, apparently. Mega coming up again. Oh, that got reset. Yeah. Ambush. Yeah, and it seems like Nightmare has a sort of sixth, I guess a DM sixth sense. Haha. A sixth sense as to what kind of tricky ambush Link is going to set up for him, and just doesn't go for these at all. Until he does, then I jinx him, but can't quite see that yet. Well, double backs into a spam. That should be a frag for Link. There we go. Free red again. What? Link! That's not how you shoot. That was a free red for him. Completely dropped the ball in this on display here. But returning, and nice trick. There we go, Nightmare's going to get the next one. He is back. Okay, thanks for the intel splash. Means we can watch the end of this thriller. And that was a direct. We heard Link's screams of pain. But given this is a DM6, that's probably he's playing on a DM, so it's probably a beneficial pain, like in a twisted kind of way. Oh yes, this hurts so good, kind of thing. Except you have to imagine that with a Norwegian accent. Okay, Knight is in control. Can he do the Mega and Red thing? He is doing it. And that's kind of nice, turning Link inside out. Like Diana Ross's back in style. Waiting for the upside down. Certainly got the red controller. Yeah. To go along with chat, Holy is a bit of a DM4 guy. Nice direct. And conveniently Link will not respawn on that red, maintaining Nightmare's control. And it looks like Nightmare is going to be able to chain stack Red and Mega. Ah, couldn't hit the direct. Oh wow, okay, he's going to push for Red. And in a bit of a pickle. Which one does he go for? Well, the Mega health is screwed, but he backs out of this like a champ. That rocket from Link actually enabled Nightmare to finish that frag. Pushed him within range, and it made him harder to track, maybe a little faster. Too fast for Link's old man sense. Link gets the revenge seller frag. Yeah. Still Nightmare's game. He's got the red. He's applying the pressure. Link already has shaft. I mean, they have, yeah, they're all equipped for whatever comes their way now, except Link is lacking some stack. Defend the Mega. He can spam it for a bit until this Mega spawns for him. Yeah, the Mega was behind. That's why Milton was saying the Mega was already there. I thought he was further in front. So Link was delaying the Mega pickup. Looks like that's all she wrote. And Link whip up a 12th rank comeback in the matter of a minute. Not like this. I don't think. Okay, that's cool. So we will get to see that Gonyet's ER game. So in recent-ish times, I have spotted ER playing with Lord Lame in the evening regularly, and I haven't seen that as much lately. So either I'm looking in the wrong spot, or they're doing it later, and I'm not around to see it. But if they're indeed not playing as much anymore, I hope that's not getting to ER's strengths. Right, that because LL was on a fishing trip again. Some would say he's just dodging Nigve. Okay then. So that is a 2-0 for Nightmare. Pretty clear win on here, although it was sort of close. I mean, Link certainly had him work for it. Looked like. No, not by Link. Won by Nightmare, 2-0. Nightmare moves on to play versus the winner of BTK versus Petska, and I have no idea when these guys are starting that either, but we have to look for ER Gonyets. 3 minutes left. Okay, I see them on London, bad place. I don't see BTK anywhere. Okay, Billy Kid, Petska. Okay, they're playing, and Billy is so far leading on aerowalk. I don't know how many maps they've played already. We could check stats, QuakeWorld. In you. It is best of 3. You're done. You guys are done. So we will move to that other game with the polls. Because this is what the crowd want. Yeah, warm up final minute of this. So we're waiting for ER Ganyets with a bit of ER Rasta warm up, and ER seems to be struggling with Rasta, but isn't that one of Rasta's best maps? I thought I heard someone say this recently. It's Rasta's only map in Duel, okay. Well, he's only got one map, so I guess you could say he's a one-trick pony then. I guess maybe not this, just this will be better. So we are waiting for ER Ganyets. This is going to be a game in round of quarterfinals already. Fine, I'll take it. Siema. Sounds kind of like Siena in Swedish. And sort of is used the same. He's got the aerowalk arcade machine at home. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Oh, let's watch trick jumping demonstration by ER. Poland's best Quake export, as he is in Ireland. Something something server something pings. Yeah, my Polish skills are very limited, as in non-existent. And I can say dzień dobry, and that's about it. Nightmare is waiting for his quarterfinal. There's gonna be Holy Mystical as well. I wonder where that is. Oh man, time to fetch an ice cream. Don't make me think about it. It's too far. I can't go for the ice cream now. Plus with... Oh, well, we have reached a new milestone. It is now above 30 degrees in this studio. 30.3. It capped at 29.9. Solid 29.9 the last two casts, and I was wondering, is this thing working properly at all? It feels like it should go higher than this. It has in the past, so surely something must be wrong, because it feels pretty damn hot. And yeah, it does go above 29.9. And I wish I could be not wearing a t-shirt, but this lav mic has to clip to something. And I'm not clipping it to a nipple. I tried for the audience, and it didn't work out. I could wrap it around my neck, but no. Is this any good? Looks like it's pretty even. Looking good. No, not good enough. Gonietz reconnects through a proxy, and that doesn't seem to help. First ER has to play versus Annie. Because Annie apparently has defeated Dib. So we will see that a bit later. Sorry. So time to fall back to another game. That was... Goniet's ear is a bit further away than what you think. But we will probably get to that. I'm going to switch to the end of BTK Petska, I suppose. Mystical is finishing up with Respa. So Mystical Holy might be around the corner. No, it's not. It's not. Misty has 7 more minutes to play at least. Let's check how many more maps. Okay, so this is the final map, most likely. Rispa is here, or recent edition, or he's under a fake nick. But this should be a game for this guy, so I'm gonna switch to the end of BTK Petska. So where do we stand? It's over already. I think they're playing it like it's BO5. They haven't heard that it's not. Many people seem to think since we have 5 maps it's best of 5. So I need to double check on Discord because Trying to clear that up. But if we look at last scores, then Billy has already won. Billy has won, and he is moving ahead to play versus Nightmare. And this could be happening now. What about Von and Zip? Is that underway? I don't see them on the server anymore. So many people alone on the server waiting for their game to start. Maybe they're playing this Zitian for fun. Would be, I mean, they could. It's just slowing down the rest of the games. Oh, I don't want to miss the Polish showdown either. Like, you sold me on it. That's an interesting turn of events. Get yellow, trade mid-air shots, well, facial directs, however you want to call them. You're not going through, and you're not going through either. Billy going, come at me, bro, with his axe out. It works. I don't think he really needs the extra. Nah, scratch that thought. See how he finishes this way. I look for Nightmare versus BTK. Yep. Confuse. Yeah, that's kind of a problem when you have staggered games like this, with multiple games going in different rounds, going at the same time. Even with, I mean, if you see, okay, we have 3 streams, we shouldn't be missing any games, and yet it happens because of the crisscrossing that happens. Like, I'm waiting for something, and he's waiting for something. It's, and the BO3, BO5 sort of confusion does not help that either. And the BO5 thing, I mean, it's sort of a natural reaction to it. I'm not playing and reading the thing, seeing the 5 maps in the pool. I also somehow thought this is going to be best of 5. A few people in the tournament have thought about this as well. And despite Alice typing BO3 in big letters everywhere. You saw a message from Alice with yeah, you saw TB5. And I looked for the last announcement for signups, and it was BO3. So it listed TB5 maps, and it said BO3. But you sort of see the number, and your mind locks on that and thinks, okay, 5 maps. And And there's even a B in common, I guess, but it's just the 5. There's also the old heads not reading the rule. But really, I mean, there's 5 lines of rules. The rules are pretty simple and seems to be working under the assumption that people are going to do the right thing, which most of the time they do. Because we sort of agree on the basis, the essentials of sportsmanship and tournament play across all tourneys. You just use a decent rule set and no double maps. This is the map rule, BO3. There you go. And that works for the most part. So it's not even a matter of not reading those very short rules. It's very much it's a reflex. Like you see 5, you think the logic is we've played 3 events in a row with 3 maps in best of 3. We have 5 maps now, therefore it is. And for many people it seems like the logic is 5, but no, it's 3. Common formats across the whole thing, just have more maps to pick from. So, Mystical has won his game versus Respa, which puts him up against Holy now. Annie is playing versus ER. BTK and Nightmare are ready as well. Well, ready, I mean, it's done, but I wonder how many more they'll play. It was, well, I mean, they played 3 maps, it's 3-0, even if it was a best of 5, it's over. You don't come back from 3-0 in a best of 5. Just admit it. So what's up? Annie is giving ER a tough time, but it's kind of early on this aerowalk. Holy and Mystical are on a server. What do you think? Right. I'm gonna go find this. And obviously they haven't started since Holy just got here. So since we've had a fair amount of dead air and, you know, confusion around games, I'm just going to go with that. I kind of wanted to see the other thing, but Holy going for his map pick of TM4 as is usual. So we're on. Okay, maybe I could do a Mortal Kombat countdown. I think. 3, 2, 1, fight! We're on, and that is a good start for Misty. Best he could have hoped for. So now that's stronger a position for Holy, even though Holy is a DM4 machine. I understand Mystical is kind of old school as well, so he's in his fair share of DM4, you'd think. Certainly knows how to ride a good start. Although that is a little disappointing. I mean, not disappointing, it's a bit of a letdown, this boomstick fight around mid. Just hit the other guy, like... Nail gun comes out, ran out of ammo. Huh. Or I think he was going for another weapon and switched to nails. Either way, we're on. And Holy's maybe gonna start to find his bearing on this. Oh yes, there we go. Got rid of his own. Where is Misty? Yeah, shotgun box, right? What? The grenade? Did the grenade behind help some of that? Because there was on paper, Holy should have won this. He had more everything. And he got outshafted by Mystical. It's a good number for him. We're pretty early on, not many opportunities to spam and take that thing. So it was the LG grenade combo. That's the grenade that did him in. Maybe Misty is pushing his luck a little too much with that same setup. Certainly hurting right now. And Holy should get this one. Yeah, there we go. No way out of this one. So, Misty in the lead, even though he's only got one red armor to his name. Holy sitting above top with the red and the LG and the everything. Full frag deficit and a shitty mega health spawn for the Finn. Probably thinking something like Oi Vitto. Well, he made it safely across because Holy was too busy doing, well, waiting for him to exit up top. There's one thing I have to say for these guys with DM4 experience. It amazes me the way they manage to get out of the shit spawn at Mega Health. Like, they always know, well, a lot of the time they know when to get out pretty much scot-free of what is, for lower skilled players, typically a death sentence. You spawn at Mega, you die. And these guys either get the right timing to go across essentially sight unseen, or if they do get caught, they manage to shaft their way and even rocket their way out of it from the bottom looking up. So I respect that. Ten to 4. Hi, Link. So Link, what did you think of your game versus Nightmare earlier on DM6? I mean, the score in the end is pretty much in favor of Nightmare, but you had a good going at some moment, right? At some point. It seemed like you were causing him problems. Splash, that's not nice. It's probably kind of true, but it's not nice. Splash saying that small frags and then Link's last 10 DM4 combined. Well, you gotta play to your strengths. Yeah, it was pretty nice, right? That DM6. Anyway, Mystical is keeping up with his climb to the top of Mount DM4. Through the floor shot. An extra fake jump. Mystical wasn't there. He was in the event last night. Yeah, I watched the some of the TV3 event last night, and since there's games going at the same time everywhere, I missed out on his presence entirely. So, if Mystical keeps this up, he might be, he will be playing versus the winner of Zep versus NCR, and I would favor Zep on this, although NCR sure has his moments. So whatever semi-final is up next will be a nice game. One of my balls is squished. That's better. Oh, the mic was open? I'm sorry about that. Anyway, Mystical looking down mid. Not much Holy can do now. I mean, realistically, what can he do? Well, that, and keep that up. I know it's a streak. Nice, using the splash on the wall, not the floor. Yeah, so these guys have better odds of surviving a mega health spawn, but that doesn't mean that they have perfect odds, as you see here. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. Holy gets swept around. Bouncy, bouncy. And shit spawns coming back to in favor of the Finn. I haven't been counting deaths by lava. I used to do this. Okay, it very much looks like Mystical is going to close that one. Ha! Respawns on his back. Well, Holy spawned on the red, so I think Holy got the better end of that deal, even though he's still a lot of frags behind, and we are very much in the realms of holy shit, can you even do this? That could have... Nah. I thought maybe it could have worked, but no. Not like this. Bit of nail action. Just spam. So yeah, that's a few frags per hole. He's going to milk that red armor for all it's worth. Yes. So we heard Mystical rocket jump against the back of the Mega, it seems. From the timing of the jumps. And of course, Holy had just the right thing for him. There he is again. So yeah, Holy is chipping away at that lead, but this is not going to mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Mystical has this in the bag. He's had it in the bag since a while ago, and as we can see a few times, even as we can see time and time again, the winner does not necessarily have the most armor picked up overall on this map. He was just able to place himself well and get a lot of mileage of whatever he had. So even though I guess I didn't count, but maybe Holy spawned on the red a lot more. Anyway, first map done with. Easy win for Mystical on Holy's map pick, by the way. So what's Misty going to go for? Holy going for aerowalk? What? I thought it was Mystical's map pick. I thought that... never mind. It doesn't matter. Maybe they both agree on this. Right, and the bracket should be pretty spot on. Whoops. And that's a pretty good start for Mystical. For Holy. No, that's... Well, I'm conflicted. Holy got some items right away, and Mystical did not spawn on the red. Yet, Misty was able to fall back to the red because it was wide open for him. Hey Annie, welcome! Annie stopping the broadcast. Sounds like this is where Annie's trip in Kombat Duel 4, Duel 2, Day 4 ends. Sorry, buddy. Hope you had a good time. Who are you playing? ER. What did you think about ER's performance? He's gonna be playing Gunyets now. Seems like he is on form. Alright, yeah, they both wanted DM4. Yeah, they weren't talking about how about that DM4 then, before it started, so... A little crater. Always fun to have a little crater action. So, if we remember correctly, Mystical didn't get the best of spawns compared to what Holy got, and look at where he is now. So practicing first spawns in Huni mode is worthwhile endeavor, but you need more than this, obviously. It is kind of good practice. I mean, you have to know the opening moves. It's like apparently very experienced chess players know the opening moves, study some openings, etc., etc. And in other games, in Quake Live certainly, we had someone do a map of spawn points and what you should do for each spawn in Duel on the competitive Duel pool. And I guess we could use something like that on QuakeWorld to share the knowledge to the new guys so that they at least have this thing, this shortcut in their study. And as I was gonna say, Holy's on the board again. You saw Misty getting a good read on him with the spam to the red drop and then pushing and getting the frag. Battle to the new Polish king. Yeah, we'll finish this one. Holy Mystical. Who knows, might go to 3 maps. The temperature here has raised by 0.1 degree, up to 30.4. Bit of spam, you gotta do what you gotta do. Didn't prevent Misty from getting the red, so they both have some red. Misty a lot more. Okay, Holy's in big trouble. Thankfully that boost will... Okay, so he boosts himself away. He's heard that the other guy had picked up the red armor, and so boost away to safety, then move back in to try and get a frag. I'm not sure what the reasoning was behind this. Just instinct. Maybe he misread the stack of the opponent, I don't know. Okay, so Misty having to play a game of Whack-a-Holy. Holy peeking left and right and left and right. Well, you do that, I'm gonna use my last rocket to get that red armor. I mean, he's got a red, but he's kind of trapped. And there are no packs for him. Yeah, there is, there's one. Holy will Holy double back into this? No, but just in case he did, Misty fired that nade up there. Cut in half. And Holy tried to rocket jump. He was out, so switched to super nail automatically. Denied. I guess I need to make this more combat-ish. Denied. That would have been a window shot, but the splash would have nudged him out of position. No squish, I mean, Karita from incoming Holy. So Mystical is defending well, but Holy's gaining some ground. Well, that red armor surely helps the other way. And yeah, so, right. Oh, that was going to be a yellow for Holy. I thought it was going to go to the other guy. Well, he couldn't quite go for it, because Holy was cutting him off. That's down. And yet Mystical gets the frag with only the Mega Health to his name. That spam ain't too bad. So, okay, no rockets for Holy. Of course, if Misty dies, that's a fair amount of rockets dropped and cells. Drop to the other guy. Run into my spam, why don't you spawn on the red? Sure. Not a problem. But this is becoming very dangerous for the Finn. Okay, full dodging around the pillar. That's a vent spawn. Red spawn. Yes, red spawn. 2 times in a row that Holy spawns on the red, and it's up for grabs. Should be a frag for Holy. Yeah, there we go. Good chef rocket combo. Still 16 frags behind. 3 minutes to go. This is aerowalk, so you know it's still possible, but I wonder how much he can carry this forward. Out of everything, well, that's a bit of a letdown. Narrowly missing that spam shot through the doorway. So Holy's gonna swerve around that yellow area. I thought he was going to go up, but no, it's Whack-a-Holy again. Peek left, peek right. Will Holy have enough speed to jump for the red? Apparently not. He missed out on the jump and fell to Misty's spam. Very common spam angle. And it's good for a reason. Oh, that's some good rockets from Holy. Too bad he made himself a little too exposed. Okay, so that reset will benefit Holy. Yeah, Misty did not spawn on the red, but he just got it now. Free Mega Health. And that was a tasty backpack. Okay, so that yellow armor is very convenient. Mystical putting himself in a position of getting more. That's a good investment. He's getting a lot of his gear. And his positioning. Red going to Holy. He's not too far behind. It's 1 minute, 22 frags. Looks like it's a 2-0 for Mystical. Which means he will be playing versus probably Zep. We don't know how that game is going. As Zep is waiting for him in the semi-final. So that's that. BTK Nightmare is happening as well at the same time. To enjoy this fight, quickly take a look at all of the action. Nightmare BTK, high fragging game on the M4. I don't know how many maps they've played. Probably just this one. I won't spoil the result, but it is close and high scoring. Zip is finishing up with NCR. I thought we already beat him. 2-0, they're playing again. Well, it's going to be, yeah, it's over. Okay. So that's one full game. Out of the way. Mystical showing that he's got the stuff. 2-0. And we're on to the semi-finals, if I find the one to watch. So Zep waiting for Misty now. Gonyet's ER, how's that going? Gonyet's ER, how many... Yeah, we could maybe catch the end at the end of that. but we might miss out on the Zep Mystical semi-final. Because that's gonna happen anytime. Right, so while I look that up, have a bit of hot tub. Yes, ER. Misty is AFK. That video is a bit janky, but you get the joy of hot tub Twitch right in Quake. You can do everything in Quake. Checking the scores, Misty just reported his game, so he will find out he has to play versus Zip. Zip. I'm not a fan. ER is having a good time with Gonyets. Let's have a quick look at this. They're frozen. Okay, so Gonyets has lost the M6. We missed out on the first map of this Polish showdown. So let's look at this. Wait, what was that? Gonyets with all the stuff, defending the next red. We are struggling. There's just a green. Wow, didn't even see that one. And the middle spawns are doing their thing again. Okay then. Finally, Ia touches a red. That was so close. He should have had the spawn frag. BTK Nightmare still going. Mystical is still waiting for Zep. Zep has found him on the server, so that's going to happen. Now we have to elect our favorite Polish guy. No Tom tonight. Gonyets has picked up the mantle from him. 13 items. Bit of a trade. And that's the lucky red armor for ER. I mean, he spawned up there. Got it nearly for free. Waits in the T-junction for easy frags. Like this one. Problem is going for this one put him at more of a distance from Gonyets. Not a problem, you can see what happened. What happens? Rocket jump to red, get shafted from below. Nice! That was a facial on the way down, I think. The map of Spawn Frag Hell. Like, QuakeWorld is Spawn Frag Hell, but somehow ZTNGM3 makes it worse. I'm not sure what it is about this one. I mean, we have sort of an idea of what it is about this one. But it's still kind of funny, and considering the spawn fragginess of the map, Spectral calls this DM7. ER takes the lead in red control and frags. And there is a yellow for him if he gets in too much trouble. So we didn't see Gonyets. ER didn't see him. He guessed and heard him, but we just saw the nickname sticking out. That doesn't happen for the players. Let's not forget. That was well placed. No free frag after this, but ER is on a good streak nonetheless. Yeah, there we go. And there's that yellow. Gonyets does have the mega and will not throw himself at ER. He's still going to go for that shot again. Except Gonyets had gone down the LG stairs this time and actually worked out for him. Nice spam. Easy spawn frag anymore. Oh! Super shotgun blast, close range. So Gonyets going up the stairs or not? No! But he's waiting down there, we're hearing the shots. And he went for the yellow instead. Oh, green down there, okay. Well, there is the green, the yellow. He does get it eventually. Now here's on the lead, and Gonyets has not touched the red armor in a while. It's 3-4, at least 3-4 red armors in a row for ya. So, BTK Nightmare. High scoring. Seems like... Well, high scoring game if it's close. I don't know about high scoring but close games. It's seems like you may not have a lot of time to regroup and plan some shit, and it's more like stuff just happens. But of course you don't know until you see it again, and maybe they're taking turns at doing 5 frags, 5 frags, 5 frags. So they're all playing aggressive. It's at least better than high scoring but one-sided. I would say, to me, high scoring, but one-sided is less interesting than low scoring. And whatever low scoring is, it is. Because in the low scoring game, it's not... You don't have someone not having a choice what they can do. Getting snowballed out of the server. Well, that turned out pretty great for y'all, didn't it? Still no more red armors for Gonyets, and this is not a DM4. You need those red armors. on this map. I don't think we've seen in recent memory. I don't remember any standout ZTN games where someone won while having 10 less red armors than the other guy. And less yellow armors either. It's probably happened and I forgot, but it seems like this would be pretty rare here, whereas it's a common occurrence on the M4, for example. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Konya's getting a bit of free frags now. Link probably pointing at the screen and laughing. Ah, that's 2 more reds for Gonyets. A minute 20 seconds to go. That's not going to certainly turn him into a spawn-killing, unkillable machine. And ER is going to take this, and we move on to a semi-final. Nice dodge, nice dodge. That pine was awfully close. It is now 30.6 degrees in here. That'll be a win for ER. I'm gonna call him emergency room now. ER is quicker. 2-0 for him, which means ER moves on to play the winner of BTK Nightmare in a semi-final, while we wait for Misty and Zep to finish their semi-final. That's underway, and I'm filling my knees under my desk right now. Nope, music starts. Thank you. So that was kind of one-sided. ER is the new, well, is today's Polish king. Now you know, Splash. Now we all know. And now I have to find a game. Because, you know, stuff is happening. Misty Zep semi-final. BTK Nightmare is about to... Okay, so here's the thing. BTK Nightmare has just started, what is the third map? Second map? BTK Nightmare have played 2 maps. This is the final, third map for them. They just started this thing. We have Misty and Zep ready to play now. So we have one semi-final ready to go. If I get started on this thing, we are going to miss out on part of BTK Nightmare's resolution into the semi-final versus ER. Whatever happens, we're missing out some part of the game, so since that's happened a little too much, maybe just go with Misty Zep. What do you think? I'm gonna try for Misty Zep, if I can find them. Oh, they started. It's on. Semi-final, Misty Zep. There we go. I wonder who picked this. But my little finger's telling me Mystical picked this. That's a good placement of that rocket. Mystical, I think, shot the rocket before Zep's position was visible on screen. So he knew exactly where Zep was going. And that hit pretty spot on. Again, those reads and the timing. We didn't see what happened, but what happened is Misty pushed Zep into the teleporter and Zep went out big instead of backing into his teleporter. And he peeked into big enough to get that splash. It's funny how that happened without seeing the victim. So I suppose I could say, if hypothetically I was about to learn to play some Duel, I would like to play the M4 like Misty is doing right now. Hypothetically, like I would want to play Duel on TB3. Bit of a standoff across mid, and Zep. Okay, so is Misty going to pounce in time for him to deny the red? Certainly not the yellow. Yellow and red pretty much on time. Zep's still going to delay a little bit. And mostly, what are his options? Whatever he does, he peeks back into mid and gets stuff thrown at him by this guy who is pretty... He's kind of in shape, you can tell. I don't think that's not exactly hard to guess. So again, this is how you make a low position without armor work for you on the M4. How did that happen? It was just a bit of a, what, you're here? Oops, okay. Zep's getting the frags though now, finally getting on the board. No discharge for Misty. I mean, he's not going to get a discharge spawning at mega health. There is no LG for you there. Certainly didn't drop one on the way either. Ah, now that's an LG pack. If Zep gets a little more armor, he's going to be able to milk that LG pack. And not in this position. Oh, that read! Facial, and he makes it work. Thankfully he had the red armor to cushion that blow. Because that was not a favorable position. Like, that teleport exit is a kind of a trap. Oops. Might be a bit of mic cable noise, I'm sorry for that. Interesting, so Misty seemed to be aiming that LG a little more with the mouse than with the strafing. You could see him look swivel instead of glide. Or was it Zep getting wasted? It was Zep getting wasted. The auto track switching points of view like this always gets me, as you may have noticed. Long-time viewers know what I'm talking about, the two of you. Cheeky bugger. Nice, and Zep certainly not spawning on that lucky red either. Could have been good for Misty, except, well, I mean, we get a reset, so all in all, not so bad. Yeah, never mind. You can never finish that kind of sentence on this map. Also, I don't have the stats because I joined late. But this is what we got since 3-4 minutes. Missed a couple of minutes at the start, I think. Misty looking strong, and again, very much like he did in the previous game on DM4, he is in a good lead without that many red armors. Or yellows even. Yellow going to Zep, red going to Zep. That's his time to shine now. Exit Misty, guess the LG somehow? Is he baiting him into dropping down so he can get a melt, or...? Oh no, he ran out of cells. That was a hit. Splash damage, but a hit. Oh, there he is. Narrowly cheating death. Looks like Misty is playing with those teleporters really well. Back and forth. Pretty quick on his toes as well. So you're saying the combos plus a good position can do a lot of work for you on this map. And in general terms, there are a couple known very good positions, like being on top there either side, but it's kind of situational as well, and that's where the decision making comes in. So there would be cases where this is actually not that good, and Zep sort of coming back into this a little bit. Giving Misty a bit of a worry at the end. So, no, I want my last scores, man. Right, so Misty takes the first map just about. Who voted this? Zep? Yes, Zep voted the second one, so of course the M4 was picked by Misty. And Zetian is picked by Zep. So we're back, second map of this semi-final. 3, 2, 1, fight! Nice long distance shot from Zep. Didn't strip Misty down completely, but certainly Misty didn't insist. Okay, so first blood going to the Russian. If he wins this map, he needs to win a third one to move on to the grand final. And he won on Monday, if I remember correctly. Grand final was Zep versus Burn. If memory serves. Sneaky, sneaky. Almost pushed him into the red. Okay, that works. Can he prevent him from getting the RL? Doesn't have to. Okay, red going to Misty again. Zep yet to find one red of his own. Ah, yeah, Burn versus Dot. Zep was a bit of a problem along the way in one of the two evenings that I did. Melt. Not quite hitting the facial at Rockets. So where is he? Is he at the Z junction or waiting for yellow? No, he went up. And that's red to red fight, so... And that's a trade. Okay. Even stack, even fight all the way. And that's a good... It's good timing from that, for that spam shot. So again, gotta time his jump just right. And thankfully Zep's LG was not hitting its mark. Because that would have been... That was a risky move. going for that armor like this. This one is much more easy to pick up. No one around to challenge for it, especially Zep has nothing. We didn't hear him spawn, so must have been at, what was it, the north half of the map, certainly. We're in the south part here. Oh, getting stuck in the... Oh, okay, nice save, because looked like the corner stuck of death thing that you can get on this map. You think you're going to make it out alive, scot-free through the teleport, and then no, you get nudged slightly to the side. And I mean, there are no diagonal clip brushes or anything to help you glide around that end of the corridor there, so you just get pinned. And you look at the teleport with tears in your eyes because you can't make it through. And thinking already about all of those spawn frags you're going to be seeing from the wrong side. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, Zep has found one red, not this one. This is going to be a mega for Misty, so does he go for it? Okay, now he's been found, so he's got to go for it, might as well. The question was, does he go for it or ambush Zep into a LG pin when jumping to red? Zap! No yellow for you. Misty probably thinks, I mean, probably has a good bearing on that yellow armor respawn time. Yes, Misty is the victim here. We have switched views. Green armor, that's not going to do you much good. Only 2 francs behind though, so if Zep screws this up somehow, he could be in a world of hurt. Okay, free red to his, free yellow. Good burst of LG. Stays in the mid. Okay, challenging for the red. He's gonna get it. Yeah, careful though, because he could spawn behind you. There you go. And land the pine like this, yes. So Zep is in the lead by 3 now. Catching up with Mystical and Red Armor pickups. Working the spawns a little. Okay, he's got a very good stack. He's in a position to challenge for, go for a kill. And that was good shaft from Misty. Because we had a nearly 200 Zep taken down to 100, so that was 200 damage hit by, well, a little under 200 damage hit by Misty in that shaft fight. Not bad. He went in with the axe. I think I saw a bit of that. Couple of frames of the axe coming out. Missing out the cross shot, so Misty getting the red. He's got the mega himself as well, doesn't he? Yes. Misty now in the position of power. He's got the higher ground as well. Not sure what that shotgun blast was. So Zep had backed himself to a corner here in the Z. Yeah, well, makes up for it with that red. He had the upper ground, went for it. While Misty looked kind of defenseless from below. Not something you would think of him, considering the way he plays low big on DM4. Maybe that's too vertical for him, the middle as Etienne. Anyway, Zep is increasing his lead. It was shaft to nothing. Mystical had the wrong weapon out, thought he could use his higher ground maybe to his advantage with the rockets, and pretty much just AD-AD'd into that shaft. Thankfully he had the presence of mind of just escaping. And that's good spam from the Finn. Can he deny it? Oh, okay, so Zep's going to fake. Misty failing the rocket jump, that is a very bad move. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Nice combo from Zep. Spawn, boomstick finish, pick up a rocket and get that facial. That was a good rocket, preventing the red pickup. So this looks like it's going to be a 3-mapper. Ah, so they're going to have to do the pick ban thing. One minute 13 frags, and Zep has nothing to his name. All he's got is the ammunition to shoot, but not the stack to tank the attacks. And Misty has the red armor of his own, so he very much can put the pressure on. Will he be able to, though? To any useful degree? Doesn't look like it. I mean, Zep is running away. We can hear Misty sort of playing catch up with him, and that's a good attack from the Finn. Yeah, that's enough. Just doing that is enough. What's Misty going to do? Rocket jump and waste all of his stack? Now, Zip doesn't have... Okay, now he does have a grenade launcher to sort of block the angles, etc. But he doesn't really need to bother. Gotta be careful not to run at Misty a little too much, because that could backfire. This is still ZTN. But yeah, it's over, so Zep takes the second one. We go to the third map. So... what's up next? They need to select the third map among DM2, 6, and aerowalk. I think you have to RNG, but I'm not sure about the rule. So Alice is here right on time, so I think Alice is going to give us a rundown of what's to be done. Okay, Misty tosses aerowalk. Zip votes DM6. Okay, yeah, so he went ahead and tossed DM6. DM2, which means DM6 is available. So there we have it, picks and bans. And we're back on. Final map of this semi-final. 3, 2, 1. Fight. Misty with the mega spawn. Zip not even on the red just yet. So that could have been pretty bad for him. What matters is that he does have the red and that Misty is not up his ass being a nuisance and all that. Temperature going down, 30.1. I can't even feel the difference. I might have to whip out the DM song. Misty does have first blood and second red, well, third red, but his second. It's a good dodge. So Zep waiting for the Mega maybe? While Misty gets the red, so gonna stand their ground. Yeah, there we go. And they meet at the telly, except Zep went up. Nah, yeah, he was going up. Staircase, green armor for him. Does he have an LG though? That's Misty in the bottom position. Good predictions from Zep. Does he have enough to define this? I mean, Misty only has one rocket, so... Zep's play here is pretty good. I mean, he didn't take any damage. He let Misty have the red all the while doing the damage that he could without getting exposed. Milton dropping the knowledge in the chat. There we go. So getting his first frag. And an easy refrag. And the Mega. Can he make it to red as well? Misty's going to say no to this. Don't peek, this might be a rocket coming for you. No, no, Zep waited. That's facial. Nice. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Long distance, dodging in the wrong direction. Misty's interested in getting that LG. I'm not sure that Zep has one. No, both of them are interested and kind of a trap for Misty. So he dropped the rocket to Zep. Zep did not get a shot out of this. A shaft out of this. Three health, just... We are tied, so this is so far delivering. A lot of watering the plants. It's fine, Misty's rockets aren't hitting either. Zep might have more rockets right now. He's got more than enough cells, so he did well to avoid those boxes right there. Hey, Wim. Oi. Ooh, Khati. Switch to Misty. Right, so only one rocket. He's gonna place this so well if he wants to have it. And that was not the good way to place it. Awesome play by Zep. Understacked. Made the ambush work. Impressive play. I'm gonna switch back to him. He's a bit low on stuff and interested in that shaft. Of course, gets it. Does he get it for free? Yes. Can he use it to repeat that thing again? Not just yet. Misty has his number. What? Was that they're getting caught by surprise? Wait, he went all the way there? Looks like it was. Aha. Interesting. So we have Zep with Mega and red and possibly Mega again. Although that LG trapdoor working. Oh, that's where he is. Spot on. Close call. Nerves of steel. And he can even get the Mega health, so this is looking very good for Zep now. Seems like pretty smart play from Zip. And the positioning certainly working out for him, getting frags out of lower stacks. Doof. Is it Mega? Kind of. No. Now he is. Mega is not at him, though. That's not a correct phrase. A little too high. A little too high. Okay, so there's a free red now for you. Get it? Delay a little? Nice ambush from Misty. You can have that mega health, but... And Zep now finds himself in the out of control position with Mega, Shaft, and Green. Albeit a lot of cells and rockets, so considering what he's been able to do this with this earlier, can't count him out of more frags, let's say. Right, Misty doing the reds now. So Zep is keeping his lead while out of red control. Let's see how long he can keep that up. Zep's timing and backing off of those fights. Oh, and that wasn't too close for him to die from that splash. Pretty convenient. And now, when the hell is the next Mega? It's not quite yet. If he waits for this, the red is going to go to Misty. Nice. You can have this red. If you back yourself into a corner like this, and you only have grenades, you can have the red all you want. Ah! Yeah, it looks like a good game now. As in, game over. I was allowing myself to think that when it was an 8 frag difference, and now it's looking confirmed that Zep is going to take this 2-1 and go to the final, where he will meet... He would, if he won this, which he hasn't yet, he would meet the winner of... What about the other semi-final? Nightmare ER. And we don't know how that's going, because that started kind of offset. Keep an eye out. This is semi-final. Yeah, so more frags for Zep. And he's picking up more and more reds. So yeah, really there was, considering how Zep played, it was a low chance of him losing that. I mean, when he was out of control, he did great in his ambushes with lower stacks, and then now that he's got control, he's not slipping up. I thought that spawn sounded kind of close by. Good pine. Would have been nice from the other point of view, but facial pine, always nice. Direct. Okay, so that is our first finalist settled. We have Zip in the grand final. Reminder of the scores, Zip. Pretty solid DM6 from him. intense DM4. So we have to find... Well, Zep is going to be waiting for Knight ER, so finish Knight ER. There's nothing else to do right now. Where are they? Where are they? Knight ER. 2 minutes to go, so we'll catch the tail end of that game. So I don't know who picked banned whatever, but this is the decider now. Final minute. This could go to overtime. So this is when we see the switcheroo move on the in the Mega Room, where the guy pushing in gets swept and the guy who was waiting at Mega gets out of the room. And that looks like it's going to be Nightmare in the final versus Zep. So we'll be seeing some DM6 unless it gets banned. And considering the way Zep played DM6, Nightmare Zep on DM6, I'd like to see that. And it's a DM6 game, so... Alright. So, Nightmare not letting us down for the whole minute of gameplay we saw. I mean, he was just up by one frag. Didn't slip up. Or was he one down? Anyway, he is in the grand final. Which can only mean one thing. We have a grand final on our hands. Greetings, welcome. You join at just the right time. We have Nightmare versus Zip in the grand final. We don't have the maps yet because they need to get on the server, but this is what we'll play. Yep, Hammer is hyped for it as well. Nothing like a pint of grog before the grand final. I'm going to inspect Discord to make sure that these guys know. Nightmare just reported, Zep just reported. So I wonder if we're having a smoke break. You know, Slavic smoke break coming out of Zep. Seems in order. And as for Nightmare, if he has trained smoke breaks with Hammer, then we won't be waiting long. At least on one halves. One half, even. And to tide us over until that happens, a bit of hot tub on. Ah, well, no hot tub on aerowalk. Zep is here. I don't know if the server is fine for them. Zep from Russia, Nightmare from Portugal. I don't know where in Portugal. If he was in Madeira, that would be a bit of a challenge getting a server that's not 50 ms for either of these guys. Oh, he is. Well, at least he's not playing versus NL. That's always tricky. NL, and like as his name does not suggest, is in Russia, and I think he is like, I mean, Russia is a pretty wide area, and he's from quite far away. So I remember some problems in Hammer time trying to get a game with the NL from either Hammer or Nightmare, I don't remember. But we have a server search going. The server looks awful. This is Froschrum. Okay, so QuakeWorld.co.uk. Yeah, you probably can do better than this. Well, Nightmare is giving us the... Nah, he's not even loading, so no hot tub from him. Are we going to get some Kenya maps? Are we going to see all DMs? We don't know. Probably a mixed bag, certainly a DM6 on the cards between these guys. Bit of a high-ping final. 50 plus, yeah. So they might stay here. Interesting. Are they going to ping up? Well, is Zep going to ping up? We don't know that just yet. Let's dance. Let's dance. Nightmare gets the random. What's he going to pick? Are we going to start DM6? Or something else? We don't know just yet. I'm thinking DM6, but what do I know? The answer is not much. Don't tell. Went back up from 30.1 degrees Celsius to 30.9 degrees. Vodka or beer? Whichever is the freshest right now would be good. Nightmare goes for DM2, so keeps DM6 for his secret weapon, I don't know. Nightmare DM2, and we have a countdown, so that's it. Grand final, first map, get ready to rumble, 3, 2, 1, etc, etc. Stop the music. Alrighty then, Zep with the low backroom thing spawn in the sauna. Nightmare played a great DM2 versus ER, reminds Splash, so stay tuned. For now, there we go. Nightmare finally gets his hands on a better armor. And Zip, not care in the world. Good entry rockets from Knight. Looks like Zip was caught a little off guard. It's like just look at the bars on the HUD like this. It looks like Nightmare wasn't hit at all. And he barely was. That's on account of him getting the first shot. And nobody played any foul tricks on the platforms. Because you see they regroup in the middle. Ain't that right? Splash. Is that where he is? Not quite. Zep's going all the way around. Well, that it's going to give away his position with that rocket. Wait, so you're telling me I turned that thing on and that fader wasn't up? So I could have saved some degrees in that room. Oh man. Okay, that should be I don't know what to think. Yeah, okay. That went to Nightmare. Looked like it was going to, considering the way he picked the fight, but good defense from Zep. Still close. So these platforms definitely not messed up. Yet. Yes! I was hoping for a direct shot, and we got it. Direct pine. Plop. Nightmare giving us the FD2 tour. You know, it wasn't a fancy pipe shots like with a tricky bounce and etc., but it was just what the doctor ordered. Straight to the point. Denying a big item. Like, I mean, the Olympics are pretty soon, so we can start thinking about rating the shots like they do in ice skating. That cable is wrapped around the wrong way. And no, it isn't. A little confused. Okay, so I think I might have to bust out the DM2 song a little. Oh, poor Zeb, jumping right into those rockets. Nightmare with the entry shot again. A few fakes. Is that of any use? Does Zeb hear those jumps from where he is? I'm not sure that he does. Okay, who's going to get double mega? Is it going to happen? Do they know that they're at the same time? Surprise butt sex? No, not gonna happen. Gave away his position with that rocket here, instead of going up the stairs. He probably did the right thing. That's unfortunate, but the rocket is a nice save. And gets the kill with a less stack at big and being under as well. So history repeats itself. This is what we saw from Zep on DM6 just before. So Zep good at taking fights with a better position and lower stack. Have to make a note of that. Red's coming up. Nightmare just got one. Is he in secret? No, he's at the sauna. Was that a silent peek from Zep down there? No, because the box of ammunition wasn't around, it seems. Because we didn't hear anything. Gonna switch to him. Yeah, that wasn't it. The pack of ammunition wasn't there. Somehow picked up by someone else. Zip struggling to find an angle, really. I was going to say find a kill, but you gotta find some shots to pretend that maybe you will get a kill at some point. No opportunities for a kill just yet. Again, like Nightmare got caught here. Not gonna let that happen again just yet. So there he is. Yeah, that thud. I would have shot this as well, considering we had the thud. Did he fall down maybe this? No, he was at mid. That's not the thud you're thinking of. Nice. Again, Nightmare with the rocket right out of teleport. Timing is... Nice! Nice! Final shot is a wally, but still a nice combo. Nightmare getting further ahead, and with 3 minutes, considering the pace of this game and despite Zip's ability for ambush is well out of control, I feel like Nightmare might take this. Like right now, Zip has no armor to his name. Nightmare is in trouble, so that would be a good time to strike, if only he had some stack to cushion himself with. At least a little something. I mean, it is one thing for Zep to take fights and win fights with a lower stack than his opponent. It's something else doing it with no armor whatsoever. Oh, from behind! Nightmare with the entry rockets again. Did he rocket jump out? Yes, he did, and he's not going to make himself available for a shot again. Yoinks! A little trick here. I'm gonna open the button and then go out the other way. Well done, Zeb, that worked. Threw Nightmare in for a loop, I guess. Knight is 3 up. And that is his map pick, by the way. Remember that it is the map that he picked, not Zip. Is Zip around the corner? He was. He actually was. So trigger discipline from Zep. Well, trigger. I guess just discipline, period. First one wasn't official, third one was, fourth one. Nice series of rockets from Nightmare. Zep is left reeling from this. Thankfully there are some yellows around mid to refill. Now he's got some armor. Can he do that's a bit of an ambush. It's a risky move. Wow, Knight staying in the fight. And that was a good call from him. Didn't need to escape through the teleport. He had the stack to take this. And he actually did with very minimal damage. Look at this. Only now is he losing some of that red. Yeah, a bit of a facial on the way down. Style points, etc. But 20 seconds. Really unfortunate spawns could bring this back into Zep's favor, but I don't think that's going to happen. It would have needed to start happening in the beginning of that sentence. So Nightmare takes the first map. Picks and wins. Zep goes for another map. What will it be? Zep goes for aerowalk. So that's going to be a different kind of score line, I would think. Of course, we won't know for sure until it starts, but 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oops. Red spawn for Knight. Wow, everything spawned for Knight. almost. Zep didn't even get that mega. That's kind of nice for him. Nightmare with the red again. Zep nearly getting an understacked frag again. Yeah, that was obvious. Cool. Now do something with this. Again, close. Spam was close to hitting Zep. Seemed like a decent hit on Nightmare. Yeah, it was. So red armor drop. Is he actually there? No, not quite. Nightmare dangerously low on ammunition. And Zep now has everything. Well, a lot more of everything, at least. Considering what Nightmare has. Kind of trapped. And the red goes, oh! 3 health, what? And Nightmare hasn't been able to move out of that room for 20 seconds while watching stuff being taken away from him. Like the red armor and then most of his health. At least he can get the next one. That was too close for comfort. Okay, now Zip's just on the hunt. And that's a good push from Knight. He's actually gonna get a red for himself. So anyhow, just like that, Zip went from being on the hunt to being hunted himself. And in a pretty bad position even. That spam was pretty good, but then Zip spam in the other way, you know, I mean, these guys are spot on. We have seen that very much all the way through that DM2 before. So Nightmare started out with the armors, and that Zip did not have, but he doesn't have the frags, did he? Didn't he kill himself? Yeah, he bought. Nightmare had a frag at one point, and then he screwed himself. So 4 minutes in, it's a relatively low scoring aerowalk, I think we can agree. Keeping each other at bay nicely, taking turns at that even. Run away, yeah, one final spam shot before teleporting. It looks like Nightmare is saving DM6. Arcade vs. Gamer, was that... When was that Arcade Gamer you're speaking of? I remember Gamer being there last night. That was so close. That could have been Nightmare's... I mean, it's halfway through. He really needs to get something on the board now. Just to stop Zip's killing streak. Oh, well, I mean, it's moderately intense killing streak for a game of aerowalk, but he is racking up the frags and the other guy is not. That's what I'm getting at. Ah, there we go. Zeb. No, it's still Zeb getting the frags. Again, and again, and again. And there's no yellow for you. Nightmare can just... Well, lucky spawn on the red. I was gonna say Zeb can back out of this fight into a red armor waiting for him. I mean, he had yellow and mega, and then Zeb spawned on it. Okay, reset. So now it's time to maybe get a break. We're on Nightmare. He's getting frags. Is he gonna get more? Mega up for grabs. Gonna go to Zeb. Unless something messed up happens. Yeah, it goes to Zeb and it gets reset instantly. That no, Nightmare, you don't want to do that. Looks like Zeb could get everything pretty quickly now. That's a good one. Zeb gonna get the red. Knight gonna get the red. Just waste time. Zeb seemingly unhittable from below. No ceiling above him or anything. Nightmare just walked into this one. Thankfully there's a spear. Looks like Nightmare is starting to push a little more aggressively with those rocket jumps and flashy plays that he can do. Now he can do this all he wants, but if Zeb is leading the way, like escaping before he pushes after him, does that even work? So far it doesn't. Oh, it does. We're on Nightmare. Auto track screwing me over again. Shaft for Knight. No items for him though. Mega not just yet, so fighting for that red. Yeah, Zeb's gonna get it, but at what cost? He's got a spam, and he's running out of things to spam. And yet it works. That turned around quickly. Zeb wasn't in a good situation just 30 seconds ago when he went down for that refill at the big room. Oh no! Long range spam. Well, prediction. Okay, now it looks like Zeb has this one and we'll go to a third map. Well, he was in that general direction, just closer than you thought. There he is. Nightmare, not a great situation. And it doesn't matter, it's garbage time for this map. He is done. 14 frags in 1 minute. I mean, Nightmare has the skills for it. He doesn't have the position. He can get to it with that stack. He can only do it so many times in, well, what is now 40 seconds. Yeah, Zeb is doing just what he needs to do to waste Nightmare's limited, precious time. So that's gonna go to Zeb. Confirmed. I'm already scared that we're not going to get a DM6 out of this. So these guys have both won their map picks. Okay, pick and ban time. Okay, so they go straight to the M6? You guys don't want to drop maps? Nightmare wants to go for DM6, and everyone else is like, no, the rules, the rules. And they are right. So Nightmare now has a bit of thinking to do. What does he want to exclude? So Nightmare removes Etienne. Zep will ban Okay, so Zep bans DM2 and we go to DM6. Respect to Zep for going to Nightmare's favorite map. This is, I hope this delivers. We're on 3, 2, 1, wait. Running out of throat for this deep voice kind of thing. Okay, first blood going to Zep. DM6, this is gonna be good. Between these guys. Nightmare proving me wrong, boring against the red armor ledge. The pressure is getting to him, you think? Nah. Denied. Well, that is a pretty good start for the Russian. I mean, he got a red. And then Nightmare screwed up when it was his chance to get a red. Red armor domination from Zep. But of course... Zep, Nightmare has some DM6 skills which I'm sure extend beyond winning when you spawn at red. So let's see what he does. For now he needs to crawl back onto the scoreboard. Currently the map has more points than he does. Oh, and Zep extending into Mega Control. They both have LG though. Okay, back out of this. Close call. Nice. Changing of position from Nightmare to get the kill. Effectively had Zep in a vice there. Rocket coming from the left, well, from the right, and then from the left. Good positioning. Teleports. Reflexes. Ah, yes! That is awfully convenient for Nightmare, and now we have a game on our hands. As I was saying, Nightmare knows how to play this out of control. And that teleport sure was a lucky bonus. Fight for the next red. Zep has nothing here, so just gonna give away a free frag tonight. Tonight. Well, he gave away more than one. Tonight. Might be first. No. This is too early. All his options were, in that case, were dying. Well, it's as if that shitty start for Nightmare never happened. He is sitting pretty now. Ambushing from Zep. So Zep good at ambushes. Not gonna work out to his advantage this time. Maybe next time. But for now, it ain't happening. Anyone want a shaft? Just drop down that hatch, get the thing. There's no catch to this, honest. Okay, Zap has... Zip, not Zap. Zip has green mega. And what the hell were those facials? Working at a beauty salon or something. Wow, and he's got the red as well. Nightmare is in trouble. Zeb doing really well here. Can he actually complete what he started? Yeah, homing rockets, right? Looks like no. Nightmare is going to do the out of control. There we go. Disappointed. But that was a nice sequence from both of these guys. Nightmare in a bit of a pickle here. Kind of a shitty position to be in under the stairs like this. Thankfully Zep had better things to do than to stay in this thing. Is it good? I mean, he got the red and then he died. And he is 8 frags behind. Yeah, 2 directs from below without seeing him. That is a good read. And if we had a younger crowd in chat, we would be seeing VAC being spammed. Yeah, that was Loyan Dag rocket level. Nobody can dodge LD's rockets. Where is my DM2 song? Which also works on DM4 and 6. Nightmare not hitting anything. What? Boomstick takes him out? That's the sound of a facepalm, by the way. So it's interesting that the red armor counts are so close. But it is starting to look like, yes, Zep is getting the out-of-control items, Mega and Red, Mega and Green. And he does have the LG, but 5 stells. Okay, that's much better. There we go. Now it's time to shine, and that spawn surely helps. And now Nightmare must have spawned at Red. Thankfully for Zeb, that is also a very early spawn considering the item. There it is. Goes to Zeb. When is the next Mega? Not quite. There we go. Next Mega around time. Quick, 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 get the red, get to the Mega. Telefragging coming, yeah, there's a risk of that happening. Mega is up now. And no telefrags. Zep was prepared for this. Was prepared for an ambush, I guess, at least not the telefrag, but the ambush most def. Zep super stacked. 2 minutes to go, 3 frags down. He could do this if only Nightmare could be found. And careful with the teleport tap dancing. We have seen what happens to people who abuse teleport dancing. Look, Tar. Well, to be fair, he does that in maps that seems to be playing a little more for fun than I would expect. Ah, that was spot on. Thankfully for Zep, he had a lot of stack. 2 frags, 40 seconds. Come on. Give us some OT. And he's gonna have to make some thuds here and there, running around, so depending on placement, Nightmare will always know that Zep's coming. But this looks like a done deal now. Nightmare just... I need to play Yakety Sax, you know, the Benny Hill. The song people call the Benny Hill song. Nightmare. Impossible to hit in the last 40 seconds. And that's it. Woo! So that is a win. For Nightmare. So that was a close call. Zep, not happy with what he did in the beginning. Apparently thinks he screwed himself. Anyway, those were good games. And this concludes this week's Kombat Duel 2 event. All 4 days of it. Some good games. Even some DM6 that I enjoy watching. Thanks to these guys. And this tune is starting to loop, so... And it stopped looping. Right. So we are now not going to see each other for some time, because I don't know when QuakeWorld Duel starts. It starts in September, I think. That's Link's Duel League thing. Right now we are done with Kombat Duel 2, unless Alice says, well, we have Kombat Duel 3 coming in a few weeks. I don't know what her plans are. We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure, if she's got anything in the pipeline for us. But this is it. So we've had different champions on every day, I reckon. So tonight it's been Nightmare. Last night it's been Splash, although Nightmare came pretty close. Splash out in the chat, thanks for being a regular. Burn lost to Dot on Tuesday, so Tuesday Dot was the winner, and on Monday Zep beat BPS 2-1, so Zep not a stranger to finals in this week of Kombat Duel. But for the time being, this is it. We are done with combat. Nightmare takes the crown. So different winner every time, although Zep, I guess, gets the MVP for being in 2 finals. Well done, Zep. Harosh Rakieta, etc. So thank you all for tuning in. It was fun. Even some of the DM246 that I watched last night. So we need to have a Zep Nightmare grudge match to find out who is the MVP, because Nightmare was in also 2 finals, just not the same 2 finals, I guess. So we's done. And I thought that was kind of a metal-ish font, but with that effect on it, it looks kind of like Harry Potter or Jumanji which is pretty far from the Mortal Kombat aesthetic that Alice has been going for. So I improvised that in a few minutes. It had to work.